the best thing is to cut it short, and then to clean underneath, cut cuticles and whatever bothers you. Nowadays, people are having all kind of wraps and tips and stuff. Years ago, rabbis would never allow such a thing because it won't stay for a long time on your body. After a week, it would chip or it will fall or whatever. Now, because they made the glue so stronger, it can stay up to a month or so. So some rabbis allow it, not to every woman, of course, but if a woman, she won't go to mikveh if she doesn't have these long nails, so we allow her, let's say if she has the wraps, to fill it in before going to mikveh without the nail polish, and after the mikveh she puts on this nail polish if she really wants the wrap. So we allow that, but it's better, of course, without this, because the water have to touch your body and all these things, so it's better without. All kind of extensions in the hair. It's not permissible.
Yeah, it's a different world than it's a different world.
Yeah, well, usually it's brides before wedding, so they put all kind of stuff before. Hair needs to be shampooed a few times. Make sure it's not oily. If you can shampoo without conditioner, it's so much better, because conditioner is based on oil, and oil resists water; it doesn't go together. And if you have to, because your hair is so curled or dry or whatever, so some conditioner that you put in the ends of the hair, or shampoo with conditioner, 2-in-1, they said that there's less conditioner in there, so people can use that. You comb your hair, make sure that every hair is separate, and then looking for falling hair from your body, and checking is very important after you finish everything, checking all this falling hair and removing them out of your body. What else? All kind of bandages you have to remove. Make sure nothing stays on your body. Once you remove a bandage, usually there's this sticky area that stays around. Okay, you remove that, clean it very well. Nothing should stay. If you had a bleeding that just happened, let's say you were shaving and you had a bleeding, so just press on it for a while, okay, and it will stop bleeding. Just clean, make sure there's no hair stuck to it or dry blood around it, and that's fine. If you had this bleeding 5-6 days ago and you have some kind of thin scab on it, okay, you can try it and see if it's removable. So it's removable, and then no sign, no mark will be left. But if you're opening it and it's going to start bleeding, you don't have to start opening wounds. That's fine. Just leave it. Make sure the place is soft and clean, and that's fine. If you have problems more than that, let's say you had a cast, or you had to go to a doctor and you had to put stitches on you or whatever. It depends how long the stitch is supposed to stay in your body. It depends if this cast that you have, if water is allowed to go under or not. Depends when you're supposed to remove it. Depends how long. These things woman is going to call individually to the rabbi and ask what to do, because this depends already.
What could be done if a woman broke her arm and it's time for her to go to the mikveh and she's got a cast on?
So it depends. I'm saying it depends. Sometimes the water is allowed to go under cast. So you'll go to the water and dip this hand in the water before you even dip yourself for a while to get soaked there, and then you dip regular with this. Yeah. Sometimes cast water is not allowed to go into, so it depends for how long you have it and when it's supposed to be removed. And sometimes people are asking about all kind of the doctor puts the band-aid and the water is not allowed to go through. So it depends when the operations were done. It depends when it's supposed to be removed, how long is from her mikveh. All these things we're going to ask her, and it depends.
And make it heavy too. It would absorb the water. It also sink.
I guess so. I didn't try it. I don't know. So all kind of dirts that you have in your body, you need to clean it. Pay attention when you're working in the kitchen. You can get dirty from peeling or cutting pomegranates and beets and even carrots and potatoes, cucumbers. Right? You have to clean. If you're making dough, it gets dry. It's the same color of your skin almost. It can hide here, it can hide there. You have to wash it. And of course, clean under the nails all the time because it gets in there. If you have, if you were having a leaking pen, okay, it's the ink, right? You have to clean as much as you can. As long as there's no, you don't feel the essence of the color on you, but you have to clean as much as you can. Back in Russia, people used to put a lot of iodine on all kind of wounds. Today we don't have it, but still, people put all kind of ointments. People put all kind of creams. Okay, if you know that you're supposed to go to mikveh, don't put these creams and ointments. Sometimes people put a lotion a few days before, and it's still oily, the place, whether it's the food or other parts of the body. You have to clean it very good. It's hard to clean. So you have to pay attention to these things. Toes. The toes you have to clean very well. It gets dirty. Usually people walk a lot. People sweat. You have to clean very well. Clean the toes. There's all kind of
the pumice stone.
Yeah, there's all kind of stones. There's all kind of other instruments that you can clean underneath. Make sure that it's all clean. Woman, it's better that she does all this before mikveh. If she's working all day long, and she's coming home and she will be tired and she will be exhausted, or it's going to be too late or whatever, she can prepare all this a night before. She can. Now, before going to mikveh, she'll have to take a shower again, do shampoo her hair, make sure everything is clean, brush her teeth, remove makeup, some other things that she needs to do. But the soaking, the removing unwanted hair, and some other things she can do already a night before, so that it won't take her too long to do now. Okay. So basically, we went over the things that a woman needs to clean, so that nothing should be between her and the water. Pay attention to the belly button. Especially after giving birth. It gets dark. You need to clean it. People sometimes don't pay attention, but it's very important too. And once you finish, you go over your body and you pay attention to details. Sometimes you have a list that you go through and check everything. If you didn't forget anything, sometimes you forget, I don't know, to look at the corners of your eyes. Sometimes you forget to make netlat yadayim. After you finish, you touch all the body parts. Okay, you have to wash your hands before saying the bracha, before going to immerse inside the water. Don't forget it.
You don't say bracha, right?
You don't say bracha. Just wash your hands.
Netlat yadayim shel haboker.
Netlat yadayim. Yeah, you wash without a bracha. So you take a utensil or a cup, if there is a cup over there, and you wash it 3 times each hand. You're with a robe, you're wet, and don't wipe your hands. Just leave your bathroom, okay? And you're going to be checked now by the mikveh lady. Just, she checks the nails, she checks the toes, she checks very, from the outside, if everything's okay.
Before they didn't have the cups, now they have the cups.
So, slowly.
But where do we say bracha? Outside or inside?
Okay, so the difference between Sfarim and Ashkenazim, they say the blessing of the mikveh inside the water. After they dip once, they say the blessing, and then they dip more. We Sfarim, we say the bracha before entering the room. Now, let's say I want to drink something. The room of the mikveh. Before entering to the water. Okay. Yeah. I want to drink something. I'll first say a bracha, and then I'll drink, right? I want to dip in the mikveh water. First I say the bracha, then I'll dip. Another reason that we do it outside the mikveh is because room of the mikveh, usually people go there naked.
Yeah.
Like a bathroom. You don't have a mezuzah next to the bathroom, right? Because it's a place that people, it's not appropriate to have the mezuzah inside. So because people go there naked, so some rabbis say, you don't say a bracha in there. Even though it's holy water, even though if a woman forgot, it's not the end of the world. But usually we say the bracha before entering the room of the mikveh. You're still with the robe, you put something on your head to say the bracha, and then you go and dip inside.
Outside the room or inside?
Inside your bathroom, before entering the room of the mikveh, in the corridor, before entering the room of the mikveh.
Sometimes there's a little table she has at the steps before going into the mikveh.
Yes.
There's like steps. There's a little.
No, before going to the room of the mikveh.
Oh, really?
Yes. Before opening the door.
But in Jewel Avenue,
There is no
Main Street,
there's
corridor.
no corridor. Usually there's corridor because how you're going to get to the room of the mikveh?
Anyway, when you come out,
Now in Israel they have rooms that, and sometimes here too, they have rooms that are connected to your bathtub, to your bathroom, wherever you prepare yourself. You have to get out of the room to the corridor to say the bracha and then go in again. Because it's a bathroom.
Right.
You cannot say bracha there.
so what's the point? The point is not to see the water.
No, the point is it's a place that people usually are naked there. It's like a bathroom. That's it. You don't say bracha inside.
Where you're so dressed.
You say it in a place where people go there dressed, usually, in the corridor. That's the reason.
And how many times do you have to cover?
Now,
Because also they
we
call it
Sephardim,
house.
we dip 3 times. Bukharian usually used to dip 3 times. Some of them learned from the Chabad in Russia, and they dip 7 times. So some women are confused. Some Ashkenazi do 2 times. So 2, 3, 7.
9.
So we usually 9.
Somebody told me
This
that.
this I didn't hear. So
If you want a baby boy, 36.
What?
This is what they say. 36.
36. Oh wow.
He's gonna go. You want a boy? I said, okay, 36 times. I'm like, really?
Wow. That's
Never heard of that.
I did it. Baby girl.
Now you know it's not
God bless you.
You're
You're a big believer. It's good. So yeah, 3 times usually. After the first one, when the woman tells you kosher, okay. So it's the truth is that it's enough. But we do
Just
in case 3 times, and this is also our minhag, our custom to do 3 times. So we do it 3 times.
I have one question.
Yes.
What about the dishes when we do? Also 3 times?
No, dishes is 1 time.
Just 1 time?
So about after the first one already, when the woman tells you that you're kosher, so this is the time when you pray. Before, there's usually these prayers that we give to women to pray. You have it in every Siddur, and you have it in the Sefer Tchinot, blessing of a woman to her husband, blessing to herself, and whatever. It's a nice prayer to say if you have the chance to say it at home or just before going to the water over there. This gives you an understanding, an idea what to concentrate on as you are in the water. In the water, you don't have this long tefillah next to you, but you can pray, the most important things for you. You want to pray for your own health, for your husband, for your children, for Nasa, whatever. This is the time to pray. So take advantage. There's a lot of stories about this.
But when you dip 1 time and she wants to go 2nd time, I don't have time to pray. I just do it when I do all my 7 dips. I pray after I'm done with all of my dipping.
So as you dip in the water, you can have a name in your mind. Let's say you want to pray for your brother to get married.
Yeah, I do that.
So
actually,
you can
yeah,
mention,
I
you can
do it.
have his name in mind. But yeah, and then pray. Let's say for I don't know. You can, but the most important thing is you and your husband should have love in between you. It's so important. Don't take it for granted. You have to love. You have to work for love. You have to invest. And Baruch Hashem, if it was very normal till now, no guarantee that it's going to continue like that. Continue praying for that. Continue praying for good relationship, for healthy children, for purity in the house, for good atmosphere in the house, for whatever is in your mind. Okay, continue praying as you doing this.
We can talk while we can say, or
It's
it's inside.
It's better not to, but if you can, you don't mind that people hear you or whatever, you can mention names if you want. But usually you want to be private because people hear, I don't know, from other rooms or there's Mikveh lady. Afterwards, in the end, there's this prayer that is written on the walls to pray for Bet HaMikdash, for the Mashiach, for the redemption, so you don't pray only for yourself, you pray for the whole Klal Yisrael, for Jewish people. So it's
After
good
the
thing.
third time.
After
when
the
you
third
dip
time,
it,
when you
while
finish.
you're still in the water.
There's this thing that you can read.
But that's okay to read?
It's good to read. Yeah. You
Because
don't mention name of Hashem. You say Yishibana Bet HaMikdash Ben Rabbi Amen. So this is a good thing to do. Time for mikveh is usually nighttime. You finish the 7 clean days, okay? And it's like Motzei Shabbat of that week. Let's say it's 9:30, okay? And let's say it's 7:30, whatever time it is that week. This is the time to dip in the mikveh. So usually women do not have to make special appointments for mikveh because it's open every night. It's open Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, even Friday night it's open. Just if woman has to go on Friday night, she needs to call in advance and to make an appointment because the lady is not going to sit there the whole night. She has Shabbat also. And so if she knows that 2 people are coming and she told them to be there, let's say at 7 o'clock, so she's going to wait for them at 7 o'clock and then she leaves. So you have to make an appointment, you have to be there on time. You have to prepare yourself everything on Friday afternoon, no makeup and get ready and everything clean and everything, and go and dip in the water. And afterwards, just be careful not to, squeeze your hair, your towel, or whatever, very fluffy. You're going to wipe yourself, put on your clothing, and you're ready to go home. If you really have to go with your husband to a mikveh because you're frightened, because it's a long way, because it's dark, or because of any reason, don't make him wait next to the door of the mikveh because it's not nice when he sees women come in, women go out. It's not nice. Let him wait in the end of the block. You're going to meet him there later. Also during the week, you have cell phones. You can tell him to wait for you in the corner of that I don't know, street or something, and then you're going to meet him there instead of him waiting for you and honking, and it's not nice. If a woman needs to go on a holiday, we just passed 3 days of a holiday, Shabbat, Sunday, Monday. So you have to make an appointment also in advance for these days, okay? And let's say it's Friday night, so it's like every other Friday night. If it's Shabbat night, okay? So you prepare yourself everything on Friday, and on Shabbat night, when Shabbat leaves and Yom Tov starts, you're allowed to take a quick shower. Not the hair. Hair is going to be done on Friday. You're going to collect it so it won't get entangled and whatever. And then after you finish, what do they say?
Preparing.
Preparing the hair for right. So
Going to the mikvah Saturday night. So you're not allowed to wash your hair.
right. You can wash your hair, but you're going to prepare yourself as much as you can. You can, let's say, clean under the nails, and you can brush your teeth, and some other things that you can do, and take a shower. This you can do, no problem. And dip. If it has to be Sunday night and your hair gets oily, it's a problem.
Yeah.
So maybe you have to ask your husband if he doesn't mind to delay 1 day. If your hair does not get oily and you're okay with this, so you can dip on Monday, the same thing.
But you cannot wash your hair with cold water.
You can wash because you're going to get to the mikveh, but just very easy, not to get whatever.
Not to make hair fall, this is why? Or not to make hair fall, that's why we don't wash, or why?
Not to remove, so hair won't fall, and you cannot, it's hard to comb hair on Shabbat.
Excess
When you
water.
make it wet, it's a problem. You'll have to go afterwards with your hand around, just to make a,
That's why it's easier to have short hair?
it's kind of hard. Short hair, it's easier b'chlal for mikveh because I don't say you have to have short hair. I'm just saying it's easier to have short hair because sometimes women, when they go to dip in the water, so the hair floats and it takes such a long time to cover completely and everything. So, but it's up to you.
It's not up to us sometimes.
Okay, together. The way of mikveh, or the way of about intimacy. B'ezrat Hashem, we're going to have a whole shiur by itself. Intimacy. I don't know if I will record. I don't believe that I will record this shiur. So this shiur will be just for us, not for recording. Questions and everything that you have, you can prepare for the next time. We're going to speak about this stuff next time. The way, let's continue a little bit. The laws, the way of dipping, you have to try to be as loose as you can, and not to hold yourself, not to, because water have to go freely and everywhere. So I didn't mention it before, but of course all the jewelry removing and whatever. Pins in the hair and stuff, whatever, as natural as possible, basically. And now, as you dip in the water, don't make a fist and hold yourself, and you feel not comfortable for a woman who are watching you from above or whatever. Bring your hands in front of you, everything in a loose way. Open your feet so water will go freely everywhere. Close gently your eyes. Close gently your mouth. Take a nice, good breath and go and deep inside. Make sure that your face, your head, your hair, your whole body is already underwater. Most of it will be underwater in one shot. You don't have to wait 3, 10, 8 seconds just in case. In and out. The lady told you that it's kosher, it's kosher. If she saw that you touched the wall or if your hair was out, she'll tell you. So you'll have to make sure that you do it better next time. But that's basically how we do it. If a woman forgot to clean somewhere, you went back to your room and you're looking at yourself and you see that, I don't know, you forget there's a dirt in between your teeth, or you forgot to clean the corner of your eyes, or there's sometimes sprinkle, how do you call it, sparkles from the makeup. Or people ask me sparkles on the nail polish they have today. And even though you clean it with nail polish remover, it stays. It doesn't go away. Yeah. So if you know for sure that it was there before, right? So for this you have to clean and go back. So women will call and ask what to do. Sometimes you don't know if you have to go back. So on the place, sometimes the woman has already some experience and she will tell you. Sometimes woman came back home already. There's also a question now what to go for, and if there's a question of it's something that for sure was there, a problem. So these are the things that you need to call and ask. Of course, people are not telling when they're going to mikveh. It's so not appropriate to tell your friend, I can't meet with you tonight because I have to go to a mikveh. Or you don't say to your sister, you don't say to your mother too. As close that you are, it's not nice. The same way you don't want your husband to tell his mother when you're going to mikveh, you don't want to tell your husband, your mother when you're together. It's not nice. You don't come and tell your husband, I met your cousin today. Also, because, why should we start thinking about these people right now, It's not nice. Okay. Questions?
Yeah.
Yes.
What about if a lady prepared herself for the mikvah, and it's Friday night, and she's ready to go, right? She's ready to go. And they don't usually check on Friday night. They just say, okay, just put the robe on and tell me when you're ready. Now, let's say, for example, it happened to me once, I had to go to the bathroom. And so I changed, I went to the bathroom, I did the tila, and so I was now waiting to go sitting there. And so the lady said to me, no, go wash yourself again. I started to wash myself. And then the other lady said, no, don't wash yourself. I don't know what to do. So I already did what I did. So I was ready to go in. So like, what are you supposed to do?
Friday night?
Yeah.
How are you supposed to wash yourself?
She said, go wash yourself. Go into the bathroom, wash yourself. So tell me what.
So, okay, it's a good thing that you're asking me that. I didn't mention that. If woman needs to go to the bathroom, don't hold yourself. It's important that you go. because once you hold yourself, again, you're creating, tension in your body, and you have to be as loose as possible, free, so that you can dip yourself 100% the right way. But then, you'll have to wash yourself very well. So, either if it's Friday night, so maybe take baby wipes. Yeah, they do. They have individual baby wipes, and they put. So this is a way to clean. If anything, you'll have to use cold water and wash yourself somehow, or the tissues or whatever. The way the most that you can do to clean yourself. That's what they do. Anything else? No? Okay, so next time we'll continue with Hashem to talk about mikveh.
Oh, I have one more.
Yes, okay, sure.
So, let's say for example, there's something that doesn't bother you, like you're washing your toes and something you don't see. It doesn't bother you. And so you go to the mikveh and the mikveh lady says, no, this is not good. You should let her, clean it, or is it okay, really?
Well, there's all kind of mikveh attendant ladies that some are more strict, some are less strict. And I don't recommend to go and argue with them because it's a whole big thing. I was in Yerushalayim a few times, and over there they're very strict in certain mikvahot, and they really start, helping you, removing your nails and doing all kind of stuff, even though you usually do it yourself. And if she does it on her own, then you don't mind that she does it, so it's fine. If you do mind, just ask her if you can do it yourself, and that's about it. There are some things that you are not so careful because you are not so sure, maybe you don't know the law so well, but it's true, there is something that women are more careful than the others. Some women, let's say you're removing hair, unwanted hair, let's say you're cleaning your eyebrows. Some women must clean themselves 100%, one hair shouldn't stay aside and whatever, and some women are not so careful. If you're really not so careful and you would go to a wedding like that, so you don't care about this. And if she insists that you take, let's say, that piece of hair, you don't have to. Because for you it's not a big deal, and you would go like that to a wedding. There are some things that you didn't realize, so she cleans it for you. Or you clean it for yourself, whatever. Things that you don't mind to go like that, and it's not a power of chatzitza.
It's like dirty.
It's not a power like chatzitza, like that piece of hair that you don't mind about this. It's not chatzitza for you. But piece of some dirt that she sees and you don't see, why not? You clean it. Of course.
In the mikvah, they added Clorox also?
It's not Clorox because some people are very sensitive to Clorox, to chlorine. They put bromine. Bromine is another chemical like chlorine. It doesn't have the smell of chlorine, so people are less sensitive to it. And it's also for hygiene purposes, so they add this. They add some other things. They have a filter system specially for mikveh. It's not a regular filter system that you have in the swimming pools. They took swimming pools water and they took mikveh water. They wanted to see how much germs are in one cup, let's say, of swimming water pool and the mikveh one. And it's unbelievable. A lot of people say, oh, mikveh is not clean. It's not true. For mikveh, for example, you have to clean yourself at least an hour. It takes, it takes a long time to prepare. You prepare yourself so much, and then you stay in the water maybe a minute, not more, and one at a time. And it's so much cleaner. In the public pools, so many people in one shot stays there for I don't know how long time.
You don't know how clean
and they don't clean themselves before so much or whatever. So so people do all kind of stuff in that water, whatever. And so
one of my friends stopped going because of this. She said, I don't know what other ladies has sickness, what kind of sickness they have, when they go to mikveh. I don't want to get sick.
Okay, I'm telling you, number one, that there's these chemicals in the water for hygiene purposes, and number two, if she's so careful about her hygiene, about her health, let her go first. She should be first in the water. Don't count 10:30 at night after 3, 4, 5 women that went
They
there
change
before
water
you.
every
They
day.
change water. Yeah.
Every day.
Some mikvahs they change every day. Some mikvahs don't have to change every day. It depends on their filter system.
Filter. They
Depends.
filter. I don't think they
Depends.
change, but it's being filtered.
It depends. It depends.
But after mikveh you have to take shower?
Oh, good question. After mikveh, it's better not to take shower, to stay with the water of mikveh. You come home. Some husbands, if they can't stand this water of mikveh, so you can take shower, not all the body, parts of the body. Let's say not the hair, or just the body, or either. Some, if a husband doesn't care so much, it's better to stay with the water of mikveh. And after people do whatever, this is when they can take a shower. So they say to stay with the water of mikveh, it's better.
I think it's nice, nothing wrong with that water.
It's nothing wrong, and a lot of people go there for years and Baruch Hashem don't get infected and everything. And again, I'm telling you, if she's so careful, I always tell her, go there first. Don't be the last one. Go there first. It's good.
Since you said that we have to say the bracha before entering the room, like when I go to mikveh, I go prepared. I do everything at home. I only rinse myself one time and then I go. So can I say the bracha before I go in to rinse myself? And then right away
Wait,
go
at
in
home?
the water?
At home?
No, in the mikveh.
Before she enters
Before-
the bathroom to prepare.
Is it too soon to say the bracha before I go into my room?
So
I think
because
so.
that
No
time,
corridor? No corridor?
No. Yeah, there's no corridor to say the bracha before I
Before
dip
you
in the water.
Okay. The lady is there, right?
The lady is there.
Okay. So she checked you.
no.
She wants to do before the shower.
Before I go in the shower.
To say the bracha?
Yeah.
No.
Even though I come home
Big
prepared.
separation,
No,
right?
no.
Big
Rabbanit,
separation.
is it
No.
from the time that we say bracha, we're not allowed to talk? And
It's
even-
better not to talk. If
Because
you can, not
sometimes
to.
they ask
They
the
ask-
question, or they ask to pray for somebody, or they ask.
No. First you say the bracha and you dip, and then you're going to pray for anybody else, for people.
But first you think somebody told me to pray for yourself
Nachon.
first.
Uh-huh. Pray to yourself, pray for Am Yisrael, for there, and then mention names. No problem. But not after the bracha. First you have to dip, not say names. בסדר? Let's finish with a story. Quick one. In the time of the Chazon Ish, there was this woman. Chazon Ish lived around 80 years ago, and there was this woman that came to him, and she told him that all the years that she used to live in Russia, they didn't have mikveh. So she lived with her husband like a brother and sister all this time.
Yeah,
Are you
the
kidding me?
Russians.
And the Chazon Ish heard about that, and they gave her a bracha. He gave her a bracha that she'll be able to have a child. And in a very old age, she went to mikveh and she had a baby. And this is because of a blessing of the rabbi.
That is awesome.
And just saying that.
But I would always have a question about that story. They never went to the lake, to the ocean, I mean to the sea, like
Even-
something.
Even let's say they did,
Lake.
even though let's say they did, not always. There were several months that they could not because of the cold weather. And sometimes
But
they couldn't
lived
leave.
For years, they didn't live together. For years. I can't imagine this.
It's hard to understand. It's hard to understand that. But it's interesting. It's an interesting thing.
Russia's pretty big.
Huh?
Russia's big.
I'm telling you about my own mother. I'm not saying about 7 years or this amount of time, but she also told me that she couldn't take an airplane and travel every month to, I don't know, to where. So every 2-3 months she would go and they would live like brother and sister. But there were few people, not everybody could do it like that. And Baruch Hashem, you see them, the children. It affects the family. It does.
Koran, they had very old mikveh. It was down in the ground, I think, like all the natural water, the rainy water was,
Yeah?
it's still there.
This is the strength of Am Yisrael. Yiratzon Hashem would bring us purity from above, and we should stay pure and be able to see the building of Bet HaMikdash.
Amen.
Baruch Hashem. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you too for your time.
Sure. Okay.